Hey guys, it's ALeXiS again. I'm sorry it's been so long, but as any other normal person coming off drugs that has a lot of godly purposes to feel when you're going through a time like I am, and trying to reach you're going through a spiritual awakening, can we say? Oh wow, that's exactly what it is. The devil and the demons and all that's going to try to stop me from doing it. But I've been praying about my next video and what to talk about. I found myself having anxiety about it and worrying about it. But then as I study more into the Bible and I pray, God tells me, don't worry, just do what you do when I deliver through you. So here we go. Come on, God. But anyways, I have something very, very serious to talk to you about today. I know that a lot of you are probably very skeptical, but I want you to know that this is completely real. I'm not a liar I'm not going to sit here and lie to you about this. This is something very, very serious, okay, that God has put on my heart to share with you guys. I pray everyone watching this right now can understand that this is real. If you have kids around or I have anxiety right now just thinking about it. So if you have any kids around, you might want to tell them to go play or something because it gets kind of deep. And we don't want the kids affected. Okay. Well, I will begin with about 3 years ago, probably. I've got anxiety. I'm ADD real bad, so I don't know. A couple years ago, but 3 sounds good. Anyways, I'm doing good to breathe, much less remember how many years. I'm just kidding. About 3 years ago, my husband, who I was married to, I talked about previously in the other video. Well, we were on the run, pretty much Bonnie and Clyde type, really. Changing cars every 3 days and burying phones and having to go pick them up at the end of the creek. It was like, oh my God, it was an addiction in itself. We started to do meth, smoking it then, and whoo, Lord. But anyways, on the run, and it became very addictive. The adrenaline, and so the day came when he was got. Okay. So when he was got by the policemen, okay, and began his 1-year prison sentence previously, I remind you I had been on the run for a whole year with him, meaning we were together 24/7. He became my best friend. My God, of course, at the time, but you become very, very close to someone that you are doing things like Bonnie and Clyde-ish. You know what I mean? You become close. And the drugs, it didn't help. We became close, but in a crazy crystal meth kind of way, you know. And I'm not, okay, anyways, I've got anxiety. Oh my God. Anyways, but what I got to talk to you about, I stayed clean. I tried to stay clean at his mom's house when they got him, okay? Well, 2 months, and after you take away such a crazy adrenaline, constantly on the move, changing cars every 3 days, I mean, it was like missions every single day, like a game that you're probably addicted to on Facebook. Okay, well, hopefully you're not addicted to it though, because that's bad. But no, that was very, very addicting. And then my best friend, who was my best friend at the time, nonstop together, going through these hard times together, you become, very, very, very closer than what we were. So I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle it. God wasn't done with me yet. It wasn't time for me to be still, evidently. So 2 months after staying with his mother, I ran away. Needless to say, I started to shoot drugs. I started to shoot heroin. I started to shoot meth. I started to shoot whatever would go into my body and numb every bit of pain because I was lost. At this time, I wasn't talking to my kids. I was not talking. I was offed by my whole entire family. They took away my best friend. I didn't have anyone. I had millions of dollars a year before this. Had 2 cars. I had it all. Doesn't mean I was happy. But I went from that to being on the run, losing it all, living at casinos, blowing it all at the casinos. Oh my God. But you get kind of good. And that's an addiction in itself too. But needless to say, after he got and I ran away and started shooting drugs, my soul, it was sucked up out of me, in my own opinion. Now, if you know, I don't know, a lot of people have different opinions, but really I think they're in denial. My opinion, when you start to shoot drugs, it's the devil sucks your soul right on out of your body. Okay, meaning that everything that in my body, everything good in me, and I've known since I was little. I used to walk around at 3 years old and say, I'm going to do God's work. Okay, not those words, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? I knew I had a purpose at a very young age. Not saying I'm special. I'm just saying I knew that God had a reason for me. All the more reason for the devil to be like, oh yeah, she's mine. Get her shooting these drugs in her veins, and her soul is mine. He changed every single thing good in me, and I do mean every single thing good in me. At times, I would try to pray, and because I would realize that wasn't right, ALeXiS. You don't spit on people you love. You have a conscience. But really, my life was so zoom, 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 zoom. I didn't have time to really stop and think logical about anything. But since I had parents and people that prayed for me, thank you, and friends, all of you, mwah, you saved my life. Because of all of you praying for me, okay, God said, all right, let me set you down for a minute, because I got to talk to you, okay? I got to teach you something. Okay, so I go to jail. Remind you, 2 weeks before this, I was found floating in a bathtub, green, 5 people to revive me. 2 weeks before, God set me down in jail and was like, look, okay, but something wasn't right. I was in jail. It's been nothing for me to pray. I mean, like, normally I could pray, think about my boys, even though I miss them. I couldn't, during this time, y'all, when I started shooting drugs, I would sit there and I would literally squeeze my eyes and I would stress to try to cry. Okay, this sounds cold-hearted, but I'm being completely real with you. I couldn't even cry about my boys. The devil I was a demonic robot. And forgive me, Lord, if I'm wrong for saying that, but God's got me now. So there, it's a battle there. That's why I gotta stay so strong, and you guys have to help. But anyways, he sent me down in jail, and for the first 3 days, I tried to pick up a Bible. I would try to say, can I have one? And they'd run out. I'd drop it, spill something on it. The girl fought me because she wanted it. It was the last one. I'm just saying, constantly something. So I was like, what in the world? But it's okay, because during the time I couldn't pick up the Bible, the Lord was telling me, I was clearing up my mind for a moment. And God was telling me, okay, ALeXiS, do you realize you are evil and something's got a hold to you and you can't even pick up a Bible? Like, you need to do something. So what I did, I couldn't even hardly pray, y'all. I'm so ashamed to say that, but I'm being real. So on the 3rd night in jail, I decided, all right, if I can't pick the Bible up and I'm not, impossible. You just don't even understand. Okay, well, the 3rd night, I said, okay, let me see that Bible. She's asleep. She ain't gonna mind. I'm gonna sleep with it to my chest. Okay? I was sleeping on a mat on the floor because we were overcrowded, whatever. But still, I slept with it on to my chest because I felt so hopeless. I was in jail. I used to have so many people that loved me. I didn't even have one person to call. It wasn't that much to get me up out of jail, but I was completely hopeless. But that's okay, because I had to realize some things that God needed to tell me. All right. When I slept with the Bible to my chest, you guys, oh my God, this is so cool and it sounds so crazy. But please, Lord, I pray that you open up your hearts if you're closed-minded and realize this is real. Okay? I go to sleep with that Bible to my chest. Okay? And slept with it real tight because I knew I couldn't open it. Something would happen. Okay, so I laid there and I finally dozed off with the Bible. I was trying to cry, I laid there in the dark, hopeless. Nothing happened. Well, I go to sleep finally. When I go to sleep, I have a dream. Okay? I have a dream. And it takes place at one of the same places that one of my other dreams would come in. Like, it's at this old house, and it's always dark, and it has like a little building in the back. I have no idea where this house comes from, but it's always in these bad dreams, okay? But in the other ones, I'm always chasing my kids, and I get right there to them because I couldn't see them at this time or even hear their voice. So I would always get right to them, or they'd be about to wreck their bike, and they're going too fast. And, this was the same place. This dream took place in the same exact place as those dreams did. But anyways, I go to sleep. I have a dream. I'm at that same house. And I remember just as if it happened last night, if I dreamed it, okay? But if this makes sense, it was two of me, okay, in my dream. It was so realistic. There was an evil me, and there was me. The godly me, and there was the demon me, and there was the angel me, pretty much, all right? Yes, I'm an angel. I just admitted it. I'm just kidding. But no, okay? An evil me, and there was me. And in this dream, I was the good me was chasing after this evil person that was myself. But I looked a little different, like a scary movie-ish type. But I chased and chased and chased the evil me around. Well, this time I had a stadium in the backyard, okay? Go figure. I don't know. But I chased around the stadium, and around the stadium, the evil me. Couldn't catch her. Alright? Remind you, I'm sleeping with this Bible to my chest in jail. Okay? When I'm dreaming this. So, I finally get the evil me in the house that I was talking about. And I get her in this bedroom. In the back corner of the house. There's a bed. And I did this. I finally had cornered her, the evil me, and I threw her off the bed. I threw her. And when I threw her, after I finally had caught her, thank God, because I can't really even run fast, ever. I've never been able to run fast. But in my dream, evidently, I got her, alright? That was God, for sure. I caught her, I threw her on the bed, but when I threw her on the bed, guys, I want you to hear, I'm telling the truth. The evil me broke in half. Okay? She broke in half. And as she broke in half, I woke up on the jailhouse floor. And I had my hands like this. And I caught myself. Okay? Meaning, to me, what God has allowed me to realize, it was the good me waking up. Because I had pushed her off the bed, and I had to catch myself from falling. So when I woke up and pushed myself off that jailhouse floor, it was me. The evil me had broken apart. If that makes sense. But in my dream, I had gotten rid of her. I chased her down and got rid of her. I had that Bible to my chest, and I truly, truly believe God said, you still have faith. So, this is what I'll do for you. Okay? Let me tell you this, though. It really didn't. For a while, it was good, but when I got out of jail, I went straight back to shooting drugs. Like, the day that I got out, I acted sick, and I got the ambulance to come get me. I was supposed to do a lot more time, and oh, Lord, I went through heck to get up out of there, and I was a really good actress, I guess, and got out of there. Like, that wasn't good. You know, God didn't like that. So here goes the devil taking back control. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so after this, it became more hardcore, I think, because the devil she realized I was taking her soul, that I'm about, you know, that she was about to get God. So he's going to go after me really, really hard after that, right? Well, even harder. So anyways, after that, like, these people that didn't even know each other were telling me time after time, like, ALeXiS, you know, this one guy I was living with, he said I was grabbing him by the neck and I was saying demonic prayers in his ear. There was people that couldn't even come into his house because they would sit in their truck, literally. And I'm still friends with this guy today, and he will tell you, he literally wouldn't go in his best friend's house he had been in all his life because of me. I was so evil. Pictures, I don't even look different. I look different in all my pictures. You can see it. The shooting of the drugs. And when I got out of jail, oh, God, I was on a bad heroin, meth, whatever. Just give it to me all. I didn't have nothing to live for. You know, my husband at the time was you know, locked away, and I didn't know how to live without him. A year ago, I had all this money and 2 cars and this and that. So I went from that to this, you know, I mean, to being having all that, then going on the run, losing my best friend, my mom, my boys, not speaking to me, started shooting dope and drugs and saying demonic prayers in people's ear and all this craziness, So, it's scary to hear from different people that I was, they kind of laughed as they were saying, yeah, he was saying this demonic prayer. And I'm thinking, this is not normal, right? So I still continue, like, I realize that, oh my God, my spiritual awakening has happened. I will tell you so much about all that. It's so much, many stories. But I believe that I've got my soul back. But here lately, I know that God's got me. Okay? But I know that I have to continue to stay very, 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 very strong. And just because I'm still clean at 5 months does not mean everyone quit praying for me. Because I see black shadows following me. I really do. I sense very, very, very easily. And they're on point, man. So that's evidently, probably, if I could call it, I'm looking at it as God telling me, watch out, because these demons, you're fighting them steadily. Like, steadily. Like, it took me 3 times to get this video to even do right. The devil's like, no, don't do this. Don't tell on me. But it's okay. You know, God's got me, and I walk in total faith. But I've been struggling with these black shadows, and I rebuke them in the name of Jesus. And but it's just, I'm very sensitive to all these things. So I don't know, but I believe I'm going to be baptized. I'm not really exactly sure. I think that's what God's been telling me I need to do, and I believe that will help me to get rid of these spirits that, I mean, I promise you, I have felt them actually rub my sides of my body. I'll tell you about that situation that happened this one time, and I'll tell you about it later because it's a whole other story. But yeah, like, I'm very, very tuned in and very into these spirits, okay, and they love me evidently, but they don't bother me because I've got God. But I've been battling and fighting them steadily. But that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to say to you today is, like, it is possible for you to get something in your body that you don't want there, called being a demonic robot is what I became. Okay? But my mom's prayers, once again, my friends, and all those people's prayers, you know, saved my life for real. So I need you guys to please continue to pray for me, because I am continuously fighting these black shadows. I see them everywhere that I go, so I know that they're trying to take over me again. But in the name of Jesus, I rebuke them away from me, like right now. I walk around constantly. You guys will be amazed. Yeah. I'm very tuned in these days. But it's okay because it's a God-given gift, so I'm going to run with it. But I don't know. This is just what I wanted to talk about today. But I don't know. I do believe, though, actually, that like the spirit, when I had the dream and off the evil me, I believe that she left. I believe that she left. Okay. I just believe that she lingered very, very hard. Very, very, very hard. I don't know. I'm really kind of still really confused about the whole situation here. I really should probably go talk to a preacher about it because it's that sincere. And I fear nothing. I fear nothing. I fear nothing. I fear nothing but God. But I just want to make sure that I want to quit seeing those black shadows. You know what I'm saying? Because the devil doesn't get any credit for those shadows. Like, whatever. But evidently maybe it's just God telling me, ALeXiS, keep your guard up, keep prayers, tell people keep praying for you, because it's, when you're doing good, people's like, oh, she's good. They stop praying for you. Continue to pray for me, please, because I'm fighting demons daily, 24/7. And you know why? Because God has a very, 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 very huge purpose for me. And I feel it coming. And I know right at the time that I decide to give up, I'll be right there, just an inch close to my achievement, like what God's, about to do in my life. I feel it coming. And I know if I crack that door to the devil and even let him sneak in one tiny little bit, that I know that my purpose is probably, it's right here. I can't quit. I'm not going to quit. So, devil, just keep on, because I got God and I'm good. Y'all just pray for me. I'm going to end this because, oh my God, I've talked too much. But, I don't know, y'all. I have so much anxiety and everything else. But just please love me, pray for me, like, share this video, and I'll do another one soon. But these demons they just be wanting me or something. So y'all need to just continue to pray for me so I can continue to do more and more videos to help you guys. Gosh, that was a lot to get off my chest. Feel better now though. You guys have a wonderful and blessed day, and stay clean. Mwah.